In this video, we will demonstrate how to assemble the movement to the dial and how to assemble our watch case from our gentleman's watchmaker kit. First of all, up there, I show you where the feet of the dial are, because it's on his feet that we're going to insert the movement. You have to be very careful because the feet twist very easily, so you have to place the movement very gently, and don't press until it's in place. So here, I will use my sharpest pliers to remove the stem from the crown. The lever, which is the part where you will have to press, only appears when the crown is completely pushed down, that is, the position where nothing happens when you turn it. The first image show you here, when the crown is pulled out in the hour and minute setting mode. The second image show you here, where we push the crown axis away from the minute axis and we see the small lever we have to press. So there, we remove the stem of the crown. Now, with the Radico, we remove the last little dust that could be deposited. Also, we check well the glass by transparency, and especially on the black, as here we see very well the dust. Use a blower and the Radico to remove the smallest dust. Be careful, because the residual dust are really numerous. That's why you always have to remove them before, because once you've closed the case, it's always more complicated to start this step again. You can now position the watch case on the dial. Once you've positioned the watch case on the dial, you turn it over while keeping the support behind, to avoid the movement to fall back. The idea now is to check perfectly the dial alignment. You have a small notch on the dial, which must be exactly in front of the axis of the winding stem. Then, when it's well aligned, you just have to install the winding stem by pressing lightly. It clicks and then you can screw the crown so that the movement doesn't move anymore, which will allow us, in the next step, to prevent the movement from moving. The penultimate step is the installation of the holding ring and the movement of the ring. For the quartz movement, it's a plastic ring. You have to push it down until you hear the little click. In any case, you can see when the ring is not completely pushed in. The last step is to lubricate the gasket of the case cover, in order to ensure the best possible water resistance. Be careful not to damage the gasket, as it can easily be cut or torn with a small tweezer. Finally, the case is closed, being very careful not to slip so as not to scratch it. And here is your watch is water resistant to 50 meters.